Nah, this one, signs and symptoms, yeah. This is the material that you have learned in the previous meeting. Okay, so signs is the objective evidence of a disease, yeah, and usually it is something that can be seen. But symptoms, it's a feeling, so it cannot be seen by the nurse or the doctor. It is something that is felt by the patient, so it is more subjective than the signs, yeah. Now let's see the common signs and symptoms. This one, we have 5 eggs. Nah, it is something that you feel in your head. What do you call this? Anyone knows? What is this?
Headache.
Headache.
Okay, good. Listen and repeat after me together, yeah. Egg. So it's not
Headache.
It's not headache, but headache. Okay, together. Headache.
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 Good.
Headache.
And then this one, something that you feel in your tooth.
Toothache.
Toothache. Yes, toothache. Next one, something that you feel in your ear. What is this? Kalau di gigi berarti toothache. Kalau di kepala, sakit kepala, headache. What about something that you feel in your ear? Berarti apa ini namanya?
Earache.
Yeah, okay, remember. Ache, earache. Together, earache. Bukan C ya bacanya, tapi K, earache. Together, earache.
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 Good. And this is a pain in your stomach. So it is?
Stomachache.
Good. Stomachache. Together, stomachache.
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 Good. Remember ya, ada tulisan ini di sini di belakang. Ini sebenarnya artinya adalah pain. Pain means sakit. So if the pain is in your head, it is headache. The pain is in your tooth, toothache. Pain in your ear, earache. Pain in your stomach, stomachache. Ya, jadi jangan baca stomachache, bukan, tapi stomachache. Belakangnya K ya, bunyinya stomachache. Nah, this one more. It is pain in your back. So it is?
Backache.
Backache.
Good. It's backache. Good. Next. Now, usually you have this. You have pain in your throat, di tenggorokan. What is it called?
Sore throat.
Yes.
Sore throat.
Sore throat. Or in bahasa Indonesia you say radang tenggorokan ya. Sore throat. Next. Look at the eye. Nah, there is reddish eye, a reddish color in the eye. So it's a sore eye.
Sore eyes.
Sore in bahasa Indonesia means perih ya, sore eye. Nah, this one, if the temperature maybe is above 37 degrees Celsius, we call it as?
Fever.
Fever, yes. Sometimes you can also say temperature, ya. Jadi jangan bingung kalau ada yang bilang, I think I have a temperature. Nah, yang dimaksud temperature di sini bukan suhu, tapi maksudnya dia fever, kena demam. I have a fever. I have a temperature. Sama. Next one. Nah, in bahasa Indonesia sometimes you say, in Japanese maybe ya, greges ya. What do you call it in English?
Cold.
Cold. Yes, cold. Next one. What is it? Batuk in bahasa Indonesia is bla 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 in English.
Coke.
Okay, good.
Cough.
Yes, G and H is pronounced F. Jadi GH-nya dibaca F ya. Cough. Repeat after me together. Cough.
Cough.
Good. Next one. Now, when there is some water in your, nose, you call it as?
Flu.
Flu. Kalau bilang, saya kena flu, Miss. Oh, so you can say, I catch a flu. Catch bisa bermakna kena ya. I catch a flu, saya kena flu. Atau catch bisa bermakna mengejar. I catch the dog. Nah, but here in this context, catch means flu. Terkena. I catch a flu. Saya terkena flu. Nah, this is when you do not want to eat at all. What is it called? The food tastes plain, not delicious, and you feel you do not want to eat. What is it? In bahasa Indonesia, you say, hilang nafsu makan. What is it in English? Ada yang masih ingat? Okay, this one. Repeat after me together. Loss of appetite.
Loss of appetite.
Loss of appetite.
Yes, appetite means nafsu makan. Loss of appetite means kehilangan nafsu makan. So that's why when you go to the restaurant, sometimes the food that is served in the beginning is appetizer. Nah, jadi kalau kalian ke restoran pernah dengar kata appetizer atau menu di bagian appetizer, misalnya soup and something like that. So it's the food that makes you want to eat more. Jadi makanan yang menggugah selera, that's appetizer. Makanan pembuka yang menggugah selera sebelum kamu makan makanan yang lebih berat. That's appetizer. Nah, an appetite here is nafsu makan. Loss of appetite, kehilangan nafsu makan. It usually happens when you are sick, ya. Next. Nah, look at his skin. Anyone knows what is it?
Skin.
Repeat after me together. Rest. Fresh skin ya. In bahasa Indonesia you say ruam, ruam di kulit. That's rest skin. Next. When there is blood coming through your nose, we call it as?
Nosebleed.
Yes, nosebleed. In bahasa Indonesia you say mimisan ya. Nosebleed. Tapi ada juga bisa bilang bloody nose. I have a bloody nose. But bloody nose is not mimisan. Bloody nose happens when someone hit you on your nose. Jadi kalau ada orang yang memukul kalian di hidung, kalian bisa bilang I have a bloody nose. Hidung saya berdarah. Jadi bukan mimisan. Itu karena dipukul orang. Bloody nose, hidung berdarah. Nosebleed is mimisan. That's different ya. Nah, next one. Kalau lagi flu, biasanya meler ya hidungnya. What do you call it in English?
Runny nose.
Runny nose.
Runny nose. Runny nose ya, meler. Nah, this one is when you are tired after you are doing exercise, or maybe if you got fever, so water coming out from your skin. What is it?
Fatigue.
Sweating.
Fatigue.
Bukan sweat ya, tapi sweat. Repeat after me together. Sweating.
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 That's why you have Pocari Sweat ya. Ada brand minuman namanya Pocari Sweat, bukan Pocari Sweat. Karena sweat itu artinya keringat. Nah, this one is maybe when the woman is pregnant. Nah, this is something that the woman feels every morning. Nah, kalau every morning ada morning sickness ya, biasanya dia akan merasakan apa ini?
Nausea.
Yes, nausea. Nausea is mual-mual ya. nosy. Next one, after you feel nosy, you think that you're going to blah blah blah.
Vomit.
Vomit.
Vomiting.
Yes, vomit or vomiting. Vomiting means muntah. Nausea, mual, vomiting or vomit, muntah. Next, usually it is for someone who got liver ya. Kalau punya penyakit liver, biasanya kena ini ya. The skin color becomes yellow. What is it in English? Ada yang tahu? Kalau kulit jadi berwarna kekuningan, atau kadang mata juga bisa ya. Nah, what happens to him? Ada yang tahu?
Jaundice.
Very good, Rena. It's jaundice. Repeat after me together. Jaundice.
Jaundice.
Bukan jaun ya, tapi langsung jaundice. Jaundice. Now let's see the part of the body that becomes yellow. Di sini skinnya yang yang berubah jadi yellow ya. So you say a jaundiced skin, or maybe the face. Kalau mukanya a jaundiced face. Kalau matanya berarti a jaundiced eye. So jaundice is the noun. Jaundice itu kata bendanya ya, tapi kalau jaundiced with D, that's the adjective. A jaundiced face, muka yang kekuningan. Tapi kalau jaundice is the noun, kata benda, kuning. Next one, this is the adjective. When you are sick, your face will look very blah blah blah. Anyone knows? Kalau lagi sakit, kalau lagi sakit pasti pucet ya. Nah, pucet in English is pale. Pale is adjective. Repeat after me together. Pale.
Pale.
Pale is adjective ya, kata sifat. Jadi kalau mukanya pucat, kalian bilang apa? She has a pale face. Yes, she has a pale face. Nah, this one is bloating ya. Bloating happens when a part of the body becomes bigger, larger ya. Jadi membesar, mengebung ya. This one on the left is bloating and on the right is normal. Nah, it happens to your stomach ya. Terjadi pada perut. So you say a bloated stomach. Jadi kalau kembung bahasa Inggrisnya atau noun-nya adalah bloating, tapi ketika dia menjadi adjective, you put D ya, a bloated. Jadi a bloated stomach. Next is this one. What happens to the ankle? There is a pain. Pain means sakit, sakit or nyeri ya. Nah, this pain happens in the ankle. So you say a painful, not ankle ya, knee. A painful knee. If it happens in the ankle, kalau terjadi di ankle, berarti kalian bilangnya a painful ankle. If it happens in your hand, so you say a painful
Hand.
If it happens to your finger, so you say
Painful finger.
ya, a painful finger. Jadi kalau pain kata bendanya I have a pain. Tapi kalau mau dibuat jadi kata sifat, bagian mana yang sakit? So you say I have a painful knee. I have a painful stomach. And so on and so forth. Nah, this one, you say inflammation ya, or peradangan ya kalau bahasa Indonesia, inflammation. Usually the part of the body becomes reddish, agak kemerahan. Now let's see the part of the body which becomes red or which occurs inflammation. Terjadi inflammation di bagian apa? Bagian jari kaki ya. Nah, so you say I have inflamed toes. Tapi kalau terjadi di finger, so you say I have inflamed fingers. That's it. Nah, this one. In bahasa Indonesia you say memar ya. What is it in English? Still remember? Start with P, depannya pakai B.
Brush.
Yes. Oke, repeat after me together. I-nya dihilangkan. I-nya jangan dibaca. Bruise. I have a bruise. Nah, berarti saya kena memar ya. Saya dapat memar. Nah, memarnya di bagian mana ini? Di bagian
Tangan.
kaki atau tangan ya ini ya? Kaki seperti
Tangan.
Oh, tangan. Kaki. Kalau memar kata bendanya adalah bruise. Tapi kalau kalian mau bilang saya kena apa? Saya mengalami memar di bagian kaki. So I have a bruised leg. Don't forget to put D to make it adjective ya. Untuk membuatnya jadi kata sifat tambahkan D. A bruised leg. Kalau bagian hand, tangan yang memar, so you say I have a bruised. Jadi jelas ya, kalau memarnya berarti bruise saja. Tapi kaki yang memar, a bruised leg. Tangan yang memar, a bruised hand. And so on and so forth. Now this one, when there is lack of oxygen in the part of the body ya, kalau kekurangan oksigen biasanya jadi seperti ini. Membiru dan mengkerut ya biasanya ya. So this is cyanosis ya. Cyanosis. Repeat together. Cyanosis.
Cyanosis.
Now look at the part of the body. The cyanosis occurs in our hand. Terjadi di tangan. Berarti kalau saya mau bilang tangan yang terkena cyanosis, bahasa Inggrisnya apa? Make it into D ya, bukan cyanosis lagi tapi cyanosed, pakai D. A cyanosed hand. Nah, cyanosis, a cyanosed hand. Now this one is when a part of the body becomes bigger. Tapi bukan bloated tadi ya, atau bloating ya. Usually when there is a pain or maybe a bee stings your part of the body. Kalau kalian disengat lebah ya, nah, so there will be a swollen. So swollen means bengkak ya. Nah, swollen eyes. After you are crying, you have swollen eyes. Berarti matanya bengkak. Kalau tangannya yang bengkak berarti a swollen hand. Kalau kakinya yang bengkak berarti a swollen. Kaki bengkak. What do you say? A swollen leg or a swollen foot ya. Nah, this is when you cannot feel something in your hand or in your part of the body.
Numb.
Very good. Mati rasa ya, numb. I feel numb. You do not feel anything. Next. It feels like a slight stinging in your foot. Jadi kalau habis duduk lama, nggak bergerak, nggak melakukan gerakan yang lain, nah setelah itu kalian akan merasakan ini, stinging in your foot. Ada sensasi cekit-cekit. Nah, in bahasa Indonesia you say kesemutan ya. How do you say it in English? Ada yang tahu? Start with T.
Tingling.
Good.
Tingling.
Tingling. G-nya masih ada bunyinya. Tingling. Tingling. Next is, nah, if you go to exercise but you do not do stretching first. Kalau mau exercise, berolahraga tapi nggak stretching duluan nih, biasanya kalian akan mengalami cramp, ya. So the muscle suddenly contracts and causes pain. That's cramp. Nah, this one is some common health problems, ya. We call it as a cut. Nah, a cut or sometimes in bahasa Indonesia or in Japanese keperang. Ada yang pernah dengar kata keperang ya? Kalau anak kecil pakai apa namanya? Pisau. Nah, belum pandai pakai pisau berarti kadang dia mengalami itu, keperang. Tangannya keperang. Nah, or kepotong. That's a cut, ya. Nah, this one is a cut leg. Next, this is worser than a cut. Lebih parah dari a cut, ya. Jadi lukanya lebih terbuka. You call it as laceration. Kalau laceration-nya terjadi pada tangan, you say a lacerated hand. Kalau terjadi di finger, a lacerated finger. If it happens in the leg, a lacerated leg. Next, this is a stretching or tearing of the ligament. Jadi ligamennya itu sobek ya. You call it as a sprain. Or in bahasa Indonesia is, how do you say it in bahasa Indonesia? Sprain? Kesleo ya. Nah, that's sprain. Or sometimes you say twist. Bisa bilang sprain, bisa bilang twist. Kalau terjadi di ankle, it commonly happen in ankle ya. Biasanya terjadi di ankle, we call it as a sprained ankle or a twisted ankle. Saya kesleo. So you say, I sprained my ankle. Or I have a sprained ankle. This one is injury, luka ya, or cedera. An injured leg, if the injury happens in your leg. An injured hand, if the injury happens in your hand. That's it for the sign and symptoms, yeah. Now, in today's meeting, we are going to learn about how to express sign and symptoms. Let me, ada yang sudah lihat video di Skalsa yang sudah saya upload? Belum ya? Okay, this one. Please watch the video first for about 6 minutes, yeah? This is how you talk about illness or diseases.
This is English for Nursing 1 Meeting 8. In this meeting, I will tell you some expression for asking and saying illnesses. To start the lesson today, let's watch this video.
Welcome to EF Pod English. Brought to you by EF Education First and English Town. Learn anytime, anywhere. Pod English, Elementary 23, ill.
I'm Lisa and I'm sick. I have a headache, a fever, and a running nose, and I just feel miserable.
In today's lesson, we're going to look at ways of talking about illness. We can say, what's the matter? Or, what's wrong? We say this if someone is ill. Let's watch the movie now. Emily is talking to her doctor. What's wrong with Emily?
Dr. Green, I don't feel well.
What's the matter, Emily?
I've got a terrible cough.
What else is wrong?
My stomach hurts. I can't stop sneezing.
It sounds like you have a cold.
I also have a headache, and sometimes I feel dizzy.
Any other symptoms? Is anything else the matter?
I think I have a sore throat, and I'm always tired.
You should stay home tomorrow. You should take some aspirin and go to bed.
So I shouldn't go to work tomorrow. Is that right?
Well, see how you feel tomorrow. If you don't feel better, call the nurse and we'll make another appointment.
Thank you, doctor. I really appreciate it.
Wait, you forgot your aspirin. Did you find out what is wrong with Emily? Can you remember another way of saying this? That's right. What's the matter with Emily? Emily has a cough. Emily has a sore throat. Emily has a headache. When we are talking about an illness, we say to have a cough, a headache, a sore throat, a cold. Can you remember what Emily says to the doctor at the beginning?
Dr. Green, I don't feel well.
I don't feel well. You say it. I don't feel well. We're now going to do an exercise. See if you can fill in the gaps in the conversation. Fill in the gaps. What does the doctor say? What does Emily say?
Dr. Green, I don't feel well.
What's the matter, Emily? The doctor says, what's the matter? Emily says, I don't feel well. What is wrong with Emily? Use the words to make an answer. Let's do the first one together. Headache. Emily has a headache. See if you can do the rest yourself. Sore throat. Cough. Cold. Stomach ache. Let's do them together. Emily has a sore throat. Emily has a cough. Emily has a cold. Emily has a stomach ache. Today, we've learnt how to talk about illness. To have a cough, a headache, a sore throat, a cold. Well done. See you again soon.
I'll do anything if I can just sleep 5 minutes tonight. 1, 2, 3.
Well, let me sum up the material from the video. To ask or to say illness, you can use this expression. When you want to ask about the general condition of someone, you can ask, how are you? How do you feel? And to answer this question, you can say, I feel terrible. I don't feel so great. I'm sick. I don't feel so well. I'm awful. I feel miserable. I feel horrible. But when you want to ask more specific condition, you can say, what's the matter? What's wrong? And to respond to this question, you can say, I've got a headache. I have a fever. My stomach hurts. She has got a cold. Yep, that's all our lesson today. Thank you very much. Don't forget to give question on the forum. See you next time.
Okay, that's it for today's material. So actually today we are going to talk or learn about how to express or how to say about illness, ya. Nah, Ada yang masih ingat? When you are going to ask about someone's general condition, you say?
How
How are
what
you?
do you
Okay, the general one. If it is still general, not the specific one, you say, how are you? What else?
how do you
What feel? Okay, good. But if you are going to ask about something specific, for example, I feel not great. So the doctor will say, what's the
what's
what's the matter or what's wrong? Okay. What's the matter? Okay, repeat after me together. What's the matter?
what's the matter?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
W is silent. W-nya jangan dibaca ya. Wrong. What's wrong? Yes, good. What's wrong? Good. Now let me share this one again. Okay, now look at the picture and I will ask you, answer with the condition of the person in the picture. For example, what's wrong with him? So you say, he has a toothache. Okay, repeat after me together. He has a toothache.
Yes. He has toothache.
Okay, so let me show you. He has a toothache, or he has got a toothache. If you notice from the video, you have these two expression. Jadi ada dua ekspresi ini. Okay, so you have has and has got. Okay, apanya yang beda nih Miss? Kok bilangnya he has a toothache and he has got a toothache? Both are the same. Dua-duanya sama. It's only the matter of American and British English, ya. Jadi kalau American English, you simply say has. S-nya pronunciation-nya seperti Z ya, like in zebra. Has. He has a toothache. But in American English, in British English, you use has got. Jadi has and has got are the same. Dua-duanya sama. It's only the matter of British and American. Has is American, has got is British, ya. So it is up to you which do you want to use. Jadi terserah kalian mau pakai yang has saja atau has got. But at least you are familiar with these two, ya. Paling tidak kalian sudah familiar dengan dua term ini. Jadi kalau ada I have got or she has got, the same. Artinya sama dengan have dan has. Okay. Now, this one. Tell me, what's the matter with Bobby? Answer?
He has got a earache.
Okay. Kalau earache diawali dengan bunyi konsonan atau bunyi vokal? Berarti a earache or an earache?
An earache.
Okay, good. Let's make it the same. Kita bikin pakai British English semuanya ya, pakai has got or have got. Okay, what seems to be the matter with him? Together?
He has got an earache.
Yes, he has got an earache. One more example. What's wrong with him? He has got a
He has got a stomachache.
He has got a stomachache. Very good. Now one by one. We'll start from Ocha ya. Ocha, what seems to be the matter with this man?
He has a backache.
Okay, he has a backache. Next one. An, what seems to be the matter with him?
He has a short throat.
Throat. Repeat again.
Throat.
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 Okay, repeat again. He has a sore throat.
He has a short throat.
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 Okay, great. Next one is Aida. What wrongs with Linda?
She has got a sore eye.
Very nice. She has got a sore eye. Next one is Diva. Amanda, what's wrong with her?
She has a fever.
Okay, good. Next, Ulul, what's wrong with him?
He has a cold.
Bukan cold, tapi cold. Oh, repeat again.
Cold.
He
He has a cold.
Yes. Next one. Nah, Fitrah, what seems to be the matter with her?
She has a cough.
She has a
Cough.
Okay, good. Oke, dan hanya dibaca F ya. You can say cough or cough. American English cough, British English cough, agak O. Cough or cough, the same. Next is Kanaya ya. What seems to be the matter with her? Come on, Kanaya.
He has a flu.
He or she?
She.
She has a
Flu.
Okay, good. Teza next. Teza Cahya. What's wrong with him? What is it? In bahasa Indonesia you say hilang nafsu makan, Teza.
Bentar, Miss.
Okay.
Loss of appetite.
Okay, make it a complete sentence, Teza. What's wrong with him? He has
a loss of appetite.
Okay, good. Next one is Elsa. What's wrong with him? Elsa Jessica ya. In bahasa Indonesia you say ruam.
Bentar, Miss. He has a rash skin.
Okay, bukan ras tapi res, Jessica. Repeat again. Complete sentence. Reskin.
He has a rash skin.
Yes, good. Next one, Christina. What's wrong with her?
She has got a nose blood.
Bleed.
A bleed.
Repeat again, Christina.
She has got a nosebleed.
Okay, next one. Anissa. What's wrong with her? Meler.
Yeah, Miss.
Apa ini ingusan?
She has a runny nose.
Yes, very nice. She has a runny nose. Next one. Nah, this one. Remember that this is sweating, yeah? So you cannot say he has got a sweating, but use adjective, yeah? He is sweating, yeah? Not he has sweating, but he is sweating. Dia berkeringat. Nah, this one, nausea. Nausea, nosy, or sometimes you say nauseated, yeah. Nosy is a noun, so you can use has, will be okay. Ferlisan, what's wrong with her?
She has a nausea.
Okay, she has a nausea. And then this one, vomit, yeah. Vomit is actually the verb, so you can use adjective. You can use to be. She is vomiting, yeah. She is vomiting. You cannot say she has got vomiting. No, she is vomiting. Now this one is okay. You can use has or has got. Divya next. What's wrong with this man? Or what's wrong with him? What's wrong with his face? What is it, Divya?
He has a jaundice.
Pakai yang belakangnya D, jaundiced. Terus kemudian diikuti oleh kata bendanya atau bagian part of the body-nya. Yang kuning bagian apa, Divya?
He has a jaundiced face.
Nah, very good. He has a jaundiced face. Good. Kalau mata berarti bilangnya gimana, Divya?
He has a jaundiced
Jaundiced.
face.
Repeat again. Jaundiced.
Jaundiced.
Repeat again. He has a jaundiced eye.
He has a jaundiced eye.
Yes, good. What's wrong with her face? Anissa Nofri. In bahasa Indonesia, you say pucat. What is it in English, Anissa? What is it, Anissa Nofri?
Bentar, Miss. Nyari dulu.
Okay.
He has
Has
he has got she has pale.
No, kalau pakai has atau has got, belakangnya itu yang ada kata bendanya. Apanya yang pucat? Mukanya. Berarti she has
He has got a pale
bagian yang pucat?
face.
Good. Repeat again. What's wrong with her?
She has got a pale face.
Yes, very good. She has got a pale face. Next one, Harits. What's wrong with his stomach? Nah, stomachnya kenapa?
Miss Haris izin ke kamar mandi katanya.
I see. Rena then. Rena ada nggak nih Rena?
Ada Miss.
Coba. What's wrong with him? Pakai has atau has got? Belakangnya stomach.
He has got a bloated stomach.
Very nice. He has got a bloated stomach. Good. Next is Winda. What's wrong with her?
She has a pain.
She has a pain. Very good. Boleh. Tapi kalau mau lebih spesifik, pain-nya itu di bagian mana, Winda?
She has a pain knee.
Oke, bukan pain, tapi diganti jadi apa? Belakangnya tambahin full, sakit apa? A painful knee. Repeat again. She has
a painful knee.
Okay, you can say she has a painful knee. Kalau mau pakai pain juga boleh, tapi kasih tahu lokasinya. She has a pain in her knee. Okay, next one. What's wrong with this lady, Rifki? What's wrong with her? What is it, Rifki? Are you still here, Rifki? Rifki masih di sini nggak? What about Vivi then? Vivi Sevia, are you here?
Miss katanya
Sinyalnya jelek ya?
Iya Miss, yang Rifki katanya sinyalnya jelek.
Oh, I see. Vivi Sevia Nika, are you here? Kayaknya banyak yang sinyalnya jelek. Lagi hujan apa di sana?
Hadir, Miss.
Oh ya, Vivi coba. What's wrong with this lady? She has
an inflammation tooth, Miss.
Oke, kalau mau pakai inflammation-nya boleh. She has an inflammation. Titik. Oke. Tapi kalau mau diberitahu bagian mana yang inflamasi? Oh, bagian apa? Jari kaki. Jari kaki yang inflamasi lebih dari satu. Ada S-nya kan ini? Berarti she has inflamed toes. Kalau fingernya yang inflamasi. Nah, fingernya misalnya lebih dari satu. Berarti bilangnya apa, Vivi? She has
an
Mau pakai yang mana? Inflammation atau inflamed?
Inflamed.
Yang ini. Kalau mau pakai inflamed, berarti belakangnya dikasih bagian yang terkena. Nah, kalau yang terkena misalnya fingers, jari tangan, berarti bilangnya gimana? What's wrong with him? Atau what's wrong with her?
She has inflamed fingers.
Oke, jangan inflamed lagi ya, Vivi. Inflamed. Langsung ke D-nya. E-nya jangan dibaca. Inflamed.
Inflamed.
Yes, she has inflamed toes. Atau she has inflammation in her toes. Oke. Next. Nah, ini Verlisan. Are you still here, Verlisan?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. What's wrong with you? This is you. So you say
She
you.
has. Oh,
I ask about you. Saya ganti jadi you
me.
ya. What's wrong with you, Erlisan?
I has.
I
Yes, miss.
have.
I have a bruised leg.
Okay, repeat again. Bruised.
Bruise.
Yes. Bukan bruise,
Bruised
tapi
leg.
bruised. I've
Bruise.
got or I have a bruise. Atau bilang I have a bruised leg. Masih ada nggak ya? This one. Cyanosis. Yang belum siapa? Destiara udah belum ya? Destiara belum ya?
Belum, Miss.
What's wrong with you, Destiara?
I have a cyanosed hand.
Very nice. I have a cyanosis in my hand. Boleh. Or I have a cyanosed hand. Very nice. Next. Nah, this one. Kalau ini swollen ya. Bagian mana yang swollen? What is it? Ini siapa ya? Faruk? Ada nggak di sini? Or Arsela. Arsela belum kayaknya tadi ya. Arsela, your turn.
Yes, Miss.
What's wrong with you, Arsela?
I have a swollen right hand.
Oh, you. What's wrong with you?
I have a swollen right hand.
Okay, good. I have a swollen right hand atau I have a swollen hand. Boleh. Very nice. Next one. Fadila udah belum, Fadila?
Belum, Miss.
Okay, what's wrong with you, Fadila? What's wrong with you?
I can't feel my left hand.
Okay, so what's wrong with you? I have a... Mati rasa tadi apa? Start with N. Start with N. What is it?
I have a numb
Yes,
hand.
I have a numb hand. Good. Nah, this one. Masih ada yang ingat tadi kesemutan? What is it in English? Start with T. Depannya pakai T.
Tingling.
Tingling. Yes. So I have a tingling in my... in my left foot. Yeah.
Foot. Left foot.
And what's the matter with him? He has a
Cramp.
He has a cramp in his
Right foot.
He has a cramp in his right foot. Okay, that's it for today's meeting. So very simple, yeah. If you want to ask about someone's condition, you can say, "How are you?" or "How are you feeling?" But if you are going to ask the specific one, you can say, "What's the matter?" or "What's wrong?" or "What seems to be the matter?" Nah, that's for meeting 12 today, yeah. I'd like to show you the rundown for our class. Let me check. Nah. Wait a second ya. Nah, sudah terlihat ya? So this is our Scalsa. This is meeting 12, Saturday. Oh, this is class. Wait a second. Class A2, what about C1? Nah, today we had meeting 12. So it's sign and symptoms part 2. Now, after this, next week, yeah, there will be verbal evaluation 1 with me. If you notice from the syllabus, there is actually a revision on your syllabus ya. Jadi ada revisi di silabus untuk kelas kita, English for Nurse Anesthesia 1.1. Kalau di silabus yang sebelumnya, yang diberitahukan ketika ada meeting dengan dosen di awal perkuliahan ya, di Zoom, itu setelah sign and symptoms 2, ada review. But unfortunately, it is deleted or omitted. Jadi dihilangkan setelah sign and symptoms 2 meeting 12, jadi kita langsung ke meeting ke-13, yaitu verbal evaluation. Verbal evaluation 1 part 1, lalu dilanjutkan ke meeting 14, ini adalah verbal evaluation 1 part 2, baru ke meeting 15-nya adalah written evaluation. Nah,
Mohon maaf, Miss. Nggak kelihatan
Miss, PPT-nya nggak kelihatan, abu-abu semua.
nggak
Iya,
kelihatan?
Miss.
Oh, wait a second.
Enggak.
Saya stop lagi ya.
Yes, Miss.
Is it because of the connection? Kayaknya connectionnya yang kurang bagus ya. Wait. Saya share Scalsa sebenarnya. Kelihatan nggak Scalsa kalian?
Nah, sudah,
Kelihatan,
Miss.
Miss.
Udah ya? Oke, good. Nah, ini. I'm so sorry to say that there is a revision on your syllabus ya. Jadi mohon maaf ada revisi di silabus. Tapi silabusnya yang direvisi ini sudah di upload kembali oleh Miss Gatri di sini. Silabus untuk English for Nurse Anesthesia 1.1. Nah, apa bedanya di silabus yang lalu yang belum direvisi pada meeting 12 itu ada review. Review itu untuk mengulang materi yang sudah dipelajari sebelumnya ya, dari meeting 1 medical workers sampai meeting terakhir yang sign and symptoms. Tapi meeting 12 meeting 12 yang harusnya review itu dihilangkan. Kenapa? Karena untuk internal organs itu dibuat menjadi 2 meeting. Jadi internal organs yang part pertama adalah organ dan lokasi, kemudian internal organs yang part kedua ada fungsi. Nah, karena ada tambahan materi internal organ functions, maka meeting review itu dihapuskan. Jadi setelah sign and symptoms meeting 12 tidak ada lagi review ya. Langsung ke meeting selanjutnya, meeting ke-13, 14 dan 15. This is evaluation. Meeting 13 adalah verbal evaluation part 1 karena hari Senin jadi dengan saya. Kemudian meeting 14 itu untuk verbal evaluation 1 part 2. Kalau nggak salah dengan Miss Gatri ya. Kemudian meeting 15-nya itu untuk yang written evaluation dengan Miss Windy kalau nggak salah. Kalau Rabu Miss Windy ya. Miss Windy. Nah, so what should you study for the evaluation? Yang harus kalian pelajari untuk evaluasi adalah materi dari meeting 1. Kita review dulu ya sejenak. Di meeting 1 itu ada medical workers. Kemudian meeting 2 adalah medical workers duties. Kemudian meeting 3-nya ada words and departments. Kemudian meeting 4-nya adalah functions of words and departments. Kemudian Meeting 5, medical tools. Ini vocabnya saja. Meeting 6, ada medical tools 2, fungsinya. Kalau alat ini untuk apa? Nah, that's the function. Kemudian meeting 7 karena ini quiz, jadi kita omit ya, nggak usah dijelaskan lagi. Nah, meeting 8 ada parts of the body. Kemudian ada instruction. Bagaimana cara kalian membuat instruksi dengan menggunakan anggota tubuh. Misalnya, open your mouth, close your eyes, tilt your head, and then turn your head, and etc. Kemudian lanjut di meeting 9 ada internal organs and functions. Kemudian lanjut ke meeting 10 ada internal organs and functions. Nah, ini fungsinya. Spleen fungsinya untuk apa? Kidneys untuk apa? Brain untuk apa? Kemudian di meeting 11 ada sign and symptoms. Jadi vocabnya yang tadi sudah kita ulang ya, kita pelajari lagi. Ada sign and symptoms, kemudian meeting 12-nya sign and symptoms 2. Itu ekspresi untuk menyatakan sign and symptoms. I have a headache, I have got a stomachache, I am dizzy, and etc. Nah, itu yang akan diujikan pada verbal evaluation serta written evaluation. Nah, sekalian saja ya, untuk verbal evaluation 1 part 1 itu kan hari Senin dengan saya. Ini sudah saya bagi ya, karena ada total 28 mahasiswa, jadi kita bagi 2, 14 mahasiswa dengan saya, mulai dari Al-Aida, Al-Faruqi, An-An, Anissa Nofri, Arsela, Christina, Destiara, Diva, Divia, Elsa, Fadila, Ferlisan, and the last but not least is Vivi. Jadi 14 mahasiswa nanti verbal evaluation dengan saya. Nanti bisa yang ikut verbal evaluation dengan saya ini kontak saya, mau kontrak waktu jam berapa, hari Senin pukul berapa. Nanti akan kita adakan verbal evaluation-nya via Zoom ya. Kemudian topik 14, meeting 14 berarti verbal evaluation part 1 part 2, berarti sisanya. Jadi dari urutan mahasiswa nomor 15 sampai ke 28. Nanti dengan Miss Gatri ya. Silahkan bisa kontak Miss Gatri untuk waktunya. Kemudian lanjut ke meeting 15 adalah written evaluation. Jadi mengerjakan kuis berisi soal yang sudah dipelajari dari materi meeting 1 sampai 12. Ini meeting 15 dengan Miss Windy. Nah, that's it. Ada pertanyaan sebelumnya untuk sequence kita, untuk urutan meeting kita setelah ini? Ada verbal evaluation 1 dengan saya, verbal evaluation part 2 dengan Miss Gatri nanti, kemudian hari Rabunya ya, karena kita urutan Senin, Selasa, Rabu, Kamis. Selasa dengan Miss Gatri, meeting 14, Rabu dengan Miss Windy, ini yang written evaluation. Baru nanti meeting ke-16-nya hari Kamis minggu depan kita masuk materi yang baru. That's it. Ada pertanyaan?
Miss,
Yeah.
sorry. Untuk verbal evaluasinya itu berarti di Zoom bareng-bareng nanti tanya jawab sama Miss-nya gitu ya, Miss?
Yes. Begitu. Jadi nanti kontrak waktu dengan saya kan hari Senin ya. Nanti tinggal hari Senin mau sesuai jadwal atau mau reschedule ke jam yang lain atau bisa juga reschedule ke hari yang lain. Nanti kita cari waktu. Karena mohon maaf banyak sekali kelas yang bentrok ya untuk dosen P2B. Jadi di satu hari itu misalnya pukul 7.50 sampai 9.30 misalnya, itu kelas 6C1. Tapi ada kelas juga dengan kelas yang lain, misalnya anestesi yang semester 2A1, itu juga dengan saya dan jam yang sama. Jadi otomatis harus mencari waktu yang tidak bentrok dengan kelas yang lain, begitu. Tapi kalau kebetulan kelasnya sedang memakai via Zoom, via Skalsa, nggak masalah ya, kita bisa pakai waktu sesuai jadwal. Tapi kalau ternyata misalnya pada jam itu saya juga ada Zoom class dengan kelas yang lain, jadi mohon maaf kita reschedule ya, Jadi nanti, nah ini ada An-An ya, An-An nanti bisa ini cari waktu diskusi dengan teman-teman yang lainnya, mau kapan, jam berapa, dan hari apa. Begitu ya, Vivi?
Baik, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Anytime. Ada lagi yang lain? No question? Nggak ada ya? Nggak ada pertanyaan yang lain ya? Oke. Oh ya, don't forget, for the attendance in this verbal evaluation, please sign on both attendance ya. Jadi, kalian kan beda-beda nih, 14 mahasiswa di meeting 13, 14 mahasiswa di meeting 14. Tapi silahkan presensi di keduanya. Karena attendance kan dinilai ya, kalau berkurang satu, nggak absen di meeting 13-nya misalnya, atau meeting 14-nya, nanti otomatis nilai dari attendance berkurang. Jadi pastikan meskipun kalian tidak kedapatan verbal evaluation dengan saya di meeting 13, tetap ngisi presensi di meeting 13. Dan sebaliknya, meskipun nggak dapat meeting 14, tetap harus ngisi presensi di meeting 14. Begitu ya? Nggak ada pertanyaan yang lain? No questions ya? Good. Because there is no review, karena tidak ada review ya, untuk tidak ada meeting review, jadi saya kasih saja quiz untuk kalian belajar ya. This quiz consists of questions taken from the first up to the 12 meetings. Jadi quiz ini saya ambil dari materi di meeting 1 sampai ke 12. Nah, I made it into quizzes. Coba hari ini dikerjakan bareng-bareng. Paling tidak untuk mereview materi yang sudah kalian pelajari sebelumnya ya, dari meeting 1 sampai 12 untuk persiapan. I'll share the link to your chat. Wait a second. Nah, please check the chat. Silahkan ya di chat, cek bagian chatnya. Silahkan masuk ke quizzes lewat link tersebut.
Miss, mohon maaf, untuk linknya di mana ya, Miss?
Miss, maaf.
Miss,
Nggak ada kuisnya, Miss. Linknya nggak ada, hilang.
Sebentar ya, lagi susah sinyal.
Mohon maaf, Miss. Kayaknya linknya kekirim ke saya saja deh, Miss.
Dil, kirim ke WA Dil.
This is the last question ya. Okay, that's it for the quiz. What do you think? Is it easy or difficult?
Difficult.
Difficult. Okay, our today's winner is Christina. Okay, I'd like to give the link for you so you can practice it by yourself later ya. Nanti link quiznya, ini kita tidak usah review quiznya, tapi saya kasih lagi linknya. Silahkan kalian kerjakan lagi untuk belajar nanti sebelum written evaluation ya. Oke, I'll send it to An later ya, An.
Iya,
Right.
Miss.
So I guess that's all for today's meeting, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me in this meeting. I will see you on verbal evaluation on Monday ya. Yang dapat verbal evaluation dengan saya hari Senin ya. And then good luck for your evaluation, verbal evaluation and written evaluation ya. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye, Miss. Thank you so
Goodbye.
much.
Thank you, Miss.
Anytime. Have a nice day.